Okay, so MCS review numbers 47 through 60. Number 47 here, we have a survey of students in the technology club was done to see which social media accounts students had. Results of the survey are shown below. 25% of those surveyed said they had a Facebook account. What is the probability that a student who has a Facebook account also has a Snapchat account? So, they didn't give us all the totals here, but we can figure out some of these. So, we know that we have 64 here and 46 there. So, we can figure out what this missing number is and what this missing number is based off of what's already given. If this is 64, 64 minus 46 is going to leave us with 18. We have 46 subtract the 39 leaves us with 7. And then we're only missing these two numbers, but they also told us up here that 25% of those surveyed said that they have a Facebook account. So if there's 64 people total surveyed, we can do 64 times 25%, so 0.25. And it'd be that there's 16 people that have a Facebook account. So 16 would go up there. We can fill in some more missing numbers. 64 subtract the 16 would give us this missing value of 48. And we have totals now that we could figure out these missing numbers. So 16 minus 7 leaves us with 9. And 48 minus 39 equals 9 as well. So we might not have had all the values to start off with, but we could figure out what they are. Now, do we need every single one of these values for the final answer? No. I just wanted to show that we could get all the values. So we needed some of them to answer this final question, because it says, what is the probability that a student who has a Facebook account also has a Snapchat account? So this category was has Snapchat account. This is has Facebook account. So we're looking at a total of 9 students out of, we're only looking out of the probability that a student has a Facebook account also has a Snapchat. So only out of the people that have the Facebook account. So 9 out of the 16 also have that account. So 9 out of 16. So again, a little bit of a tricky question, but again, that one's based off of that chart. So it's a mixture of probability and some other statistics there with the chart. So again. All right, 48. The table below shows the sales at a concession stand. All right, so this chart has all the information we need. Of the people who ordered a hot dog, what percentage of them also ordered a soda? So we had hot dog. Here's hot dog. This is the total number of people that had a hot dog. And we want to know, out of those who ordered a hot dog, what percent also ordered a soda? So 50 out of 158 people. We just need to divide and see what our decimal is. 50 divided by 158 is 0.31645. All right. So to change this to a percent, we need to move that decimal over 2 spots. And this rounds up to 32%. On 49. What is the mean of the values below? So, the mean is the average. We have to add all those up and divide by however many there are. So, add these up. I'm going to put a little plus sign in between each one. So we have 9 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 8 plus 4 equals 36. And then out of those, there's a total of how many different numbers here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 values there. So 36 divided by 7 is 5.14. 4, which rounds down to 5. Thank you.
What's with the awkward white shirt? National Colors Day. It is National Colors Day.
What is the median of the values below? So, on here, we have all these numbers. For a median, we need to put them in order. So, we're going to reorder these. 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, and 9. Oh, I skipped one. 8 didn't get crossed off. 8. So, if we're just finding the median, easy way to do this since I rewrote them all, cross off 1 from each end until only 1 remains, and that is 4. 4 is in the middle. That's our median. All right, on 51. Which of the following statements is true about the data below? The mean is greater than the median. The median is greater than the mean. The mean and the median are equal. The relationship between the mean and the median cannot be determined. So, on here, we don't know exact values. So it makes it kind of hard to really determine. But let's take a look at the numbers first. So I'm going to just guess that this is, well, no, they give us a good option there. The relationship between the mean and the median can't be determined. We don't really know for sure what each of these numbers are. And since there's a range of 10 values for each of these, it can make a big difference if all of these values were 20 compared to all of them only being 10. So we really cannot determine what the relationship is, since they aren't representing regular, just each one representing a specific value. Number 52, which data set has a greater standard deviation and why? Again, standard deviation, if the data is close together, then standard deviation is going to be close together. If the data is spread out, standard deviation is going to be bigger. So here, this one's spread out, so it's going to be B. Now those two, it has to be B, since it's more spread out. On 53, a recent study was done on the lifespan of car batteries. The mean of the study was 59 months. There was a margin of error of 7 months. Which of the following conclusions can be made? So, all car batteries produced by the company that day have a life between 52 and 66 months. All car batteries ever produced, well, this is only a study done on that day, so we definitely can't say ever. It is plausible that the mean life of the car batteries produced by the company that day was between... It is plausible that the mean life of all car batteries ever produced, again, they use that word ever. So, the only options that look like they might be somewhat good, because it's just talking about the batteries produced on that day, is A and C. Now, all car batteries produced by the company that day had a life between... Now, this doesn't mean that the margin of error doesn't mean that every single battery fell between that. So, saying that every battery had to be between this, that doesn't work. But as long as the mean life is between, so the mean is somewhere between those two. The mean is definitely between those two. C is the only option that works, because here for B and D, they include batteries that we weren't talking about. They weren't tested on that same day. Here, they're saying that they all had to fall within those values, and they don't. There could be some outliers that are outside of those numbers. So, it could be ones that lasted far less time and far more time than that. All right, on 54. Sales of winter coats during the winter months are the greatest. Also, during the winter months, the sale of heating oil is greatest. Which of the following conclusions can be made? Rising sales of winter coats caused an increase in the sale of heating oil. Does that make sense? Is it the coats that cause the rise in heating oil? No. Rising sale of heating oil causes an increase in the sale of winter coats. Again, is it the heating oil that's causing the other one? No. Buying heating oil causes people to buy winter coats. Absolutely not. There is no cause and effect relationship between the sale of winter coats and the sale of heating oil. Again, it's not that one of these things is directly related to the other. It's the fact that they're both done when it's cold outside. So it's the fact that it's cold that's causing these things to happen, not one of these things really affecting the other. So D is the correct answer. What is the value of X in the figure below? So this is our geometry topics that we talked about in last week there. Here we have a 90-degree angle, so these two together have to equal 90 degrees. So if I take 90, subtract off the 62, we are left with 28 degrees for the other angle. On this one, these two angles together make a straight line. That's 180 degrees. So 180 minus 130 leaves us with 50 degrees for the other angle. In this figure below, it says ADC. So this entire angle is 80 degrees. What is the measure of BDC? So again, this is angle addition. These two together have to equal 80. So 80 minus 21 leaves us with 59 degrees. On 58, in the figure below, EF bisects, so it's splitting these equally, and measure of angle DEG, so the whole thing is 78. What is the measure of GEF? So we need to know what half of that is. 78 divided by 2 is going to give us 39. So both of these are 39. Oops. I said divided by 2 equals 39, and I just wrote that. So let me fix that. Divided by 2 equals 39. So again, our final answer here is 39 degrees for both angles. On 59, in the figure below, what is the value of B? Again, here we have a right angle symbol. So those two together are 90. 90 minus 29 leaves us with 61. And finally, the last one, number 60. In the figure below, if these two are parallel, then what is the value of X? I don't even know why they told us about them being parallel. We don't have to know that. The property we used in class was the fact that a triangle is 180 degrees. So if we know a triangle is 180 degrees, we could say that these two, would be supplementary. So this piece is 77. These two are supplementary. They'd be 180 degrees. So this piece would be 69. So find X. Subtract those two from 180. So minus 77 and 69 together. Let's see, 77 and 69 gives us 146. Therefore, that is going to be 34 degrees as a total. Any questions there? All right. Well then, that is it for that review.